Hi guys, welcome to this channel. Today we'll be looking at how to draft a 6-piece skirt. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment, like and share. For all subscribers, you're welcome. I remain Prosper Victor, your tutor for this class. Okay, so let's go right into the video. I'll be cutting a 6-piece skirt. I've gone ahead to mark my startup line, and I've gone ahead to mark my hip line and my knee line. So for my hip line, I used 8 inches, and for my knee line, I use 18 inches, as you can see. Okay, so for the middle part of this 6-piece skirt, which is the first thing we're going to cut, the measurement we'll be using here is the hip measurement. So my hip is 36. 36 divided by 6, that will put me at 4.5. Divided by 6, that will put me at 4.5, right? So right now, we're assuming our pattern paper is on fold, okay? We assume our pattern paper is on fold. So to get 6 pieces, a part of it is 4.5. Now this 4.5, I'm going to divide it again, since our paper our material for the middle will be on fold. So I have 2¼ so I'm going to mark that 2¼ I'm going to add ½ an inch for sewing allowance. That puts me at, pardon me, I'll be adding 3/4 of an inch for sewing allowance. That puts me at 3 inches. So that's 3 inches. So I'm going to mark 3 inches here, 3 inches here. Then at the nail side, I'm going to be marking the same 3 inches. I'll be marking the same in 3 inches. I'll go ahead and connect the lines. So ensure to use your measurements to practice this tutorial, so your size could be different from mine. Then the next thing, for the flare part of these 6 pieces, we'll be using 96. Dividing 96 by 6 gives us 8. So I'm going to mark the 8 inches, and I'll add ½ an inch. I added ½ an inch for sewing allowance. So the front part is ready. I will just go ahead now and cut it out. Then we'll go for the other 2 sides of the 6 pieces. Alright guys, so I'm done cutting the middle part. So the next thing is for us to go ahead and cut out the other sides of these 6 pieces, okay? So I'm going to open the middle part like this and place it on my pattern paper, okay? So I notice one side is wider, so I'm going to add paper to that place to balance it up. But first of all, let's go ahead with this. Okay, so after placing the middle part on the other pattern, I'm going to draw out. I'm going to trace out the lines. So right now, I'll be tracing out the lines. So guys, if this tutorial has been helpful to you so far, ensure to subscribe, okay? Do well to subscribe. So I'm done tracing it out. So this is what we have. This is what we have. Can we see? So the next thing now, I'm going to fold this back into 2. I'll fold it back. I'll fold the middle to the way it was before, as you can see. Then I'm going to place this middle on top of this. I'll be placing it. I will ensure ½ inch of this goes inside. I just hope you can see this very well. Let me move the paper a bit backward. So I ensure I place this middle with half of an inch on top of this other one. Okay, you're going to ensure from the waist to the knee line, the middle is on top of it with half of an inch. Okay, don't forget. Once you're sure you've done that and it's secured, don't worry about the down part. You will ask me like, the down part is not straight. And no, it's not supposed to match up because it's flay towards the down part. So just focus on the waist and the knee at this point. Okay, so I made sure I placed it on top with half of an inch, and I'll just use my ruler to secure it in place. Okay, so once that is done, we are going to go ahead now and fix our normal measurement. Let me extend the lines. Okay guys, I've extended the line. Now my waist is 29 inches. So 29 inches at this point, we're going to divide it by 4. 29 divided by 4, that will give us 7.25. So I'm going to put in my 7.25. I'm going to put in my 7.25. Then I will add 1 inch for sewing allowance. You can go ahead and add 1.5 or 2 inches, but let it not be more than 2 inches. So I'll just add 1 inch for my sewing allowance. Then for the hip area, my hip is 36. 36 divided by 4, it's going to give me 9 inches. So I make sure my measurement is starting from this middle front, not from this pattern, from this other pattern, but from this middle front we already cut out. So I place my measurement like this. It gives me 9 inches. So that puts me here. Then at this point, I'm going to add 1 inch sewing allowance. If this tutorial has been helpful to you thus far, please subscribe, and don't forget to like. It won't take you anything to give us a like. Trust you'll do that for us. Okay, so for our knee, for the knee, like I said, if you watch my previous tutorial, to get the lower knee, the knee area circumference, I usually minus 4 inches from my actual hip. So my actual hip here is 36, and when I minus 4 inches, that will give me 32. So 32 is what we're going to divide by 4 right now. That gives us 8. Then we'll add 1 inch sewing allowance, and that puts us here. So can we see? So at this point now, I'm just going to connect these lines. Okay, so can we see we'll form our curve already. So once we've done that, I'm going to pull this out, and this is our other piece of our 6 pieces. This is the middle. So by the time you sew, you're supposed to have this. You're supposed to have this by the time you sew. Okay guys, I will just go ahead now and I'll fill in this side, then cut it out for us to see. If you have any question, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I will be there to answer you. It's very simple. You can just go ahead and watch it over again if you don't understand the first time. It's very simple. It makes your work easy. Okay guys, so let me fill this up and show us how I'm doing the cutting. Alright guys, there's a little error in my drawing, so I actually went to connect the line to the actual measurements instead of connecting it to the allowance. So I'm just going to clean this off.
Because I'm not shaking too.
So this is the 1 inch sewing allowance I added, so I'm going to connect the lines now.
It's too sharp.
Okay, good. So we have a nice curve now. Sorry about that. Okay, so at this point I'm going to cut this out from here and here. Let me keep this aside. So guys, hope you try this out. It might look a bit difficult at first, but once you master it, you'll discover that this is a very easy method to cut 6 pieces. It has been helping me for a while now, and I'm sure it's going to help you as well. Okay, so this is the other part of our pieces. So when cutting on your fabric, ensure to add your allowances. So this is the middle front and this is the side of the 6 pieces. So guys, can we see how beautiful it is? So leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next tutorials. Bye. Okay guys, I actually forgot to show us what the back of these 6 pieces should look like, and I was reminded by my students. So this is it. So for the back, middle back, because you can use the side pattern to cut for the front and back, but for the middle back you have to cut it out. So I'm placing my front pattern on another pattern paper. I'm just going to put it well. So at this junction, you can decide to do a straight zip line, or you can decide to add a little tail at the back of this 6 pieces. So I'm going to be using 1 inch for my zipper allowance. I'll just use 1 inch straight. Then at the knee area, I'll use 3/4 of an inch instead of 1 inch. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead to extend this line. Now this tail, you can make it as wide as you want. It's now your choice. I generally like my 6 pieces to have a little tail at the back, but if you don't want yours to have, you just go ahead and draw a straight line for your zipper allowance, and that will be it. Okay, you can just go ahead and do this. So you can go ahead and just draw the straight line like I did, or you can form a tail for the back of the 6 pieces. I hope this tutorial helps a beginner out there, because I had difficulties when I was learning. When I was a beginner, I had difficulties drafting a 6 pieces skirt, and I discovered an easy method and decided to share with us. Hope it's helpful, and don't forget to subscribe, please. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. So I'll just go ahead now and cut this out. So at this junction, I'm going to notch this place, indicating my zip line. So guys, this is all for the tutorial. Hope you gained something and hope you learned something new. Don't forget to subscribe. I haven't stopped singing it. Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time.